SOAR providers are essential in documenting symptoms and functional impairments for individuals experiencing homelessness. As you work to gather appropriate medical and functional information for your claim, you will want to become familiar with a resource called the SSA Listing of Impairments. These listings provide a list of disabling impairments and the specific criteria under which claimants who experience them have to meet in order to be considered disabled. Think about the importance of this for a second. The listings give SOAR providers the exact signs and symptoms an applicant needs to have in order to qualify for benefits. They are your roadmap in putting a successful claim together and should be referenced for every claim. The listings, often referred to as the Blue Book listings, can be accessed on the SSA.gov website. Be mindful that the listings are categorized into two parts. Part A, the adult listings for anyone 18 and up, and Part B, the childhood listings for anyone under age 18. Once you have chosen the correct set of listings, you will then see categories of impairments organized by body systems, such as the ones shown here. There are currently 14 categories for adults and 15 categories for children. Within each of these categories are lists of illnesses and conditions and the specific criteria, such as symptoms, duration, and impairments, that the applicant must meet to be considered disabled. When you begin to work with applicants, be sure to reference the listings criteria in these articles to ensure that you are providing all the documentation that DDS needs to make a favorable determination. Let's look at an example of how to use the Blue Book listings for an applicant diagnosed with schizophrenia. Mental health disorders are found in category 12.00. Once you've identified the appropriate category, you will want to click on the appropriate listing. You can scroll on the left and see the different types. As you can see, this listing provides guidance that the applicant must meet either criteria A and B or criteria A and C in order to meet this listing for disability. Section A refers to criteria that must be present in the medical evidence. So for this applicant, you will want to include clinical records that document the presence of these symptoms. Section B refers to criteria that demonstrates limitations in functioning. For applicants with mental health disorders, there are 4 specific areas of mental functioning that SOAR providers will need to demonstrate that the applicant experiences severe limitations in functioning. The type of information you can gather to demonstrate this can come from such sources as evaluations, psychosocial reports, case management notes, collateral sources, and of course, your medical summary report. Section C refers to criteria that shows that the impairment is serious and persistent, meaning that there is a documented history over a period of at least 2 years with evidence of both medical treatment and marginal adjustment to that treatment. We encourage SOAR providers to look up the listing for each diagnosis or condition that the applicant is alleging. Be mindful to reference the Blue Book listings as you collect medical evidence, as this will give you guidance on if you have sufficient evidence or if you need to schedule additional evaluations, and of course, while writing your medical summary report.